Welcome back, y'all, to Searching for Faith. If you're new here, I'm Tracy. I'm so glad that you clicked on my video. And this is going to be kind of like a half-year check-in video, so you guys can see where I'm at with my studies, with my Bible studies. It's kind of also a little bit of a quarterly update on my prayer journal. And yeah, I'm just going to show you where I'm at, how I'm feeling, if there's any changes that are going to be made. But yeah, so just like a little check-in video on how my Bible studies are going. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, let's look at our prayer Bible. So as you know, prayer Bible and our prayer journal. So as you know, and I will link the video below, I did a setup video on my prayer Bible, and I will, like I said, link that below, as well as the setup of our prayer journal. So in my journal, I have this soft, like made 5-star, it's like a soft binder. I am really enjoying it, although I will say I don't know if it's the ADHD or if it's just my self-sabotage, but I have been feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know if it's like the size of it. I'm not like fully able to pinpoint it. It may also just be spiritual warfare. It may be that, I'm being led astray or attacked in some way. But I have the praise and thanksgiving section. I have been adding to my praising God for who he is. Every time I find a word in my Bible study that is a description or a name for God, I have been writing it here. There were a couple of words I accidentally wrote twice. I wrote rock when it was already printed. So the three that were printed, and this is from Coffee and Bible Time, this printable. The three that were printed are merciful, rock, and wonderful counselor. So I accidentally added a rock twice. But we also have creator, deliverer, Yahweh, strength, healer, powerful, father, fortress, protector, shield, high tower, savior, and redeemer. So every time I find a word, I've just been adding that there. But I have been, I've only written it twice, but I have done a couple of prayers where I'm just like thanking God for who he is. The section that you're probably the most curious about is the praying scripture section. So as you know, we started it in April. So I have all of my printables, and instead of, we're going to finish in March because I started this in April. So we have April, May, and June under our belts as of this point of me filming it. So as you can see, we have the 3 sections in our prayer Bible right here. I did have to change up the color because I ran out of colors. So as you can see on, I don't know if that's in frame, so I'm gonna kind of move it right here. I added a second color for April, and then I added a second color for June. I was able to get through all of May without changing it up because I had more than one section on my little tabs. I have a bunch of these colors that I got from Amazon. The other option would be to order more, but I just didn't want to waste money. So thankfully there were enough yellows. Like there were 2 sections that had yellows. Like I'm trying to remember where the other yellow was. Was it here? Or here? But there was another yellow, and then I was able to continue with the same yellow. So there were 2 sections for yellows. So some of the colors there's like multiples of, but some I had to switch it up. So I ran out of this like coral. I ran out of this coral pink and had to switch to a darker pink for June. And I've just recently switched that up. So I'll kind of show you what it looks like on the page, the coral. So this is the coral color right here. And then this is the darker pinks. I feel like they blend in. Like, I feel like when you're looking at it, just like right here, you can't really tell. And it's the same way with the pinks. So let me show you too. So this is the regular pink that I started with on April. And then this is like the mauve pink that I ended April with. But I feel like when you're looking at it here, you can't really tell a difference, honestly. And y'all let me know if you can tell much of a difference either. I feel like when you're looking at it right here, it's like, whoa, that's a change in color. But here, I feel like it's not super noticeable. And because they're still in the same section, I feel like it's gonna be fine. I will say, as far as like, let me do a flip through of the prayers. So I did start on this yellow paper in April. And originally my plan was to write the verse and then do a prayer every single day. And I did start out doing that really, really well through April. Let's see, when did I stop? Through April, let's see. So it looks like all or most of April, I did pretty good. I stopped, I think, on the 5th. No, here's my prayer. All right, let's see. This is May. So looks like all of April, I stuck with the plan of writing a prayer daily. Okay. So, and then I started with Power of the Tongue for May, and I'm still on the yellow paper. I will say I got bored of the yellow paper at a certain point. So here we are in May 13th, May 17th. So it looks like around May 18th, which was the last week of school for me, was when I kind of like got behind. I got like, I feel like a week behind, and I did like a whole week's worth of scriptures. And then, did I never write my prayer? I think I just started writing the scriptures and then I never wrote a prayer for the end of May. Oh, how bad am I? Okay, so it looks like I finished writing the scriptures for the end of May, but then I never wrote my prayer for May. So I just wrote the scriptures for each day. And then for June, which is joy, I decided to switch up the color. I feel like I'm kind of kicking myself. I wish I like changed the color for Power of the Tongue. And I'm like, now I'm probably going to do like a similar color. So I'm kind of wishing I switched to, I kind of wish I did like a pink for April and then switch to yellow for May and now pink for June, but it's okay. I think moving forward, I'm going to switch up the paper every month. So when we get to July, which is in just a few days, I'm probably going to switch to a green color paper. It's probably what I'm going to do. Stay tuned. I'm actually going to be traveling the whole first half of the month of July. So stay tuned. Either I've already posted it or I'm going to be telling you to stay tuned for it. I'm not sure when this is going to go live. If it's already posted, my like plan for Bible study on the go for traveling while I'm Bible studying while I'm traveling video, if it's already posted, I will link it below. But I do plan on switching to a green color for July. So what I started doing was I would do like basically like 5 to 7 days, like almost a week's worth of scriptures. And then I would write one prayer for those 5 days. So I started doing that, basically filling up a page. So I would get as many scriptures as I could. And this first week, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5 days of scriptures. And then reflect on all 5 of those. And I started doing that pretty consistently. Now, there were some days that I skipped. So there would be some where I get to the end of the week and have to do like 2 or 3. But I would do, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was kind of consistently like primarily about like 5 per page, and then I'd write my prayer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 5 verses, my prayer. And I continued with that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this week, I got 6 in, and then my prayer. And then this one, I think I stopped because I was really feeling like, this is literally today when I'm filling it. I think I decided to stop because I stopped on the day I was on, and I feel like these two verses especially just like really were speaking to me, and I felt like I was gonna need to fill up like a half a page with my prayer. So I did 3 and then wrote my prayer, and that's where we're at. I've been using just another color like this to mark the page that I'm on so I can flip to it easily. So I'm probably gonna do that. I'm probably gonna finish out June by writing the remainder of the verses for June and then writing my prayer. And then, like I said, I'm probably gonna switch to, is green in here? No, blue. That's white. Oh, I put all the paper at the back. So we're probably gonna switch to this green paper for July. But like I said, stay tuned for how I'm planning on doing my studies on the go. I have been good at, I'm not gonna show you everything in my others because I want to keep some things personal, but I do have my other section, and I have prayed. I filled up like 3 pages of prayers so far for others. Answered prayers I haven't written quite as much. I wrote like kind of like a thank you. I have a not a relative, my brother-in-law's father is suffering with pancreatic cancer right now, and he's kind of in his final days and weeks at this point. So I have just been thanking God for the time that he's given his father. It was like one of those things that when he was diagnosed, they told him he only had like 3 to 6 months to live, and he's survived, like it's been like a year and a half. Or has it been 2 years? I'm trying to remember how many months Joseph said. I feel like he said 17 months or 18 months. I feel like it's been a year and a half. So like the doctor told him you've got 6 months max to live, and he's still going after a year and a half. So I thank God for the time that he's given this individual. His name is Joe. So if you'd like to pray for Joe, his pancreatic cancer, and for his family. They're going through, a lot, and losing a parent is very, very difficult. So, if you'd like to pray for them, I'm not sure where he'll be at, when I post this video. But if I have an update on their situation, I will put it in the comment section below and let you know. But that he's in his final days, and he, as far as I know, I think he's in a lot of pain right now. So I'm just kind of praying for God to like ease his pain. And I know I learned a long time ago, it's one of those things that you learn in life, that sometimes we pray for healing, but sometimes healing doesn't necessarily mean healing in the way we think of it, like a miraculous, like God just takes it away. Sometimes healing is allowing somebody to pass. And thankfully this individual, he is saved. He did come to know God. He did it later in life, but he is a Christian, so we have that to be thankful for. That he is a believer, and we know where he will be. So that's kind of where I've been praying, and my answered prayers really have just been, thank you for giving him time, thank you for easing his pain, that sort of thing. And then I'm not going to show you my personal, but I have been filling up more pages, definitely in personal. Filled up maybe I think 4 pages so far in my notebook of my personal prayers. So this has been working, but like I said, I will say that, like I said, I don't know if it's like an enemy attack or if it's just how my brain works, but I don't know if it's like the size of it, but I have been feeling some overwhelm with my prayer journal. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to continue with this like binder setup. I may be switching back to like a smaller, more compact prayer journal. So we will see. But I think I'm going to try to stick with this probably until the end of the year. And then we'll see like in December, whether or not I want to switch it up and like switch to like a different setup for my prayer journal. But I feel like it's been going pretty well. So, all right. So that is my update on my prayer journal. All right. So now the update on my Bible study in my journaling Bible. As you know, I've been doing the How to Faith a Life Acts study, and I did finish the Acts study. We have zooming y'all in a little bit, I have completely finished Acts, and I am going to do a flip through at a later date of my Acts study. So I have completed the videos. So I will be soon moving on to another study. But I'm basically, and you can, like I said, see the travel video, but I decided to like pause on the How to Faith a Life videos, and instead I'm going to do a study on, I think, Ruth is what I've decided to do. I think I'm going to do a study on Ruth, like a shorter study, and that's what I'm going to do while I'm on vacation. So go check out that video for more details on that. But one thing I want to do before I do the flip through for you guys is that I think I told you this already, that the first half of Acts was like super meaty in the study with Faith Womack, to the point where I was just like filling up pages and like needed like extra pages for notes. So it was super, super meaty, but I feel like the second half of the study, like this 19 and 20, I didn't write anything on this page. I did write notes in my Bible study notebook. So let's see. So this was where I started with Acts in this notebook. So this was 16 and 18. This was 18 through 23. I had 2 pages for that. 22 and 23, I had a full page. 23 and 24, like a very little short section. 25 and 26 carried over. And then this was 27 and 28. So I did write some notes in my notebook as well. Oops, I folded that a little bit. But I just didn't write as much in my Bible for notes. Like, it was more of, he's on his journey and this is what happened. Like, there wasn't a lot of like insight, I guess, as much. So I feel like I didn't write as much in my Bible. So before I do a flip through, I am going to go through and do some of my own study on Acts. I think I'm going to start, I think I'm going to start with 19 and do 19 through 28, like on my own, and dig into my commentaries and my study Bibles and see if there's any other insights or information I'd like to add to my Bible notes before I do a flip through for you guys. That's kind of where we're at. We are done with Acts. I bought all of her Bible studies. I'm pretty sure the ones she has are Romans. I think she's done Galatians and Ephesians, but I can't remember. Let's see. If she also has, does she do Colossians too? Let me double check. I've got her page pulled up. I'm gonna have to log back in though. Yes, use password. Log in, please. Thank you. All right, so she has Romans. I already did Acts, of course. She did Ephesians and Galatians. So the 3, like, I bought all of her studies. So I did her Bible study boot camp, her theology boot camp. I just missed Acts. So I have 3 left. I have Romans, Ephesians, and Galatians to do with her. Why is Romans only 1 video? Oh, okay. So it looks like Ephesians and Galatians, like the way these videos are, just so that you're aware. Here, I'm going to show you what I'm looking at on my iPad. Always helps to reduce the screen. So this is what the page looks like if you make an account with her, and then you can access all of your courses. So like I said, I have done the Bible study boot camp, the theology boot camp. I've completed those. I just completed Acts book study. Does she have an extra video in there? Let's see. So there was like a different video. Oh, it's because I like skipped through these. Do I have to hit next for it to show? And then complete. And then it always has the video lesson at the end. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the courses. Will it show it as completed now? All right, my courses. Let's see. Does it show Acts is completed now? Yeah, it did. Okay. I was like, why is it not showing it completed? Okay, so I've done her Bible study boot camp. This is the order I did them in. I did the Bible study boot camp. I did the theology boot camp second. And then I did Acts. And that's what I just finished. Literally, like last week, I finished my Acts study. And then I still have Romans, Galatians, and Ephesians to do. I think I'm going to do Romans next. It looks like Ephesians and Galatians. I'm just going to click on one. Because Acts, she did, maybe I have to hit start. Acts, she did I think she did it like with her Patreons, and then she turned it into a course. And I have a feeling that's probably what these are like. Yeah, so it looks like she did these like with her Patreons, but it looks like the Romans one is just one video where her and her husband go through it together. All right, let's see. No, there's more. It says video and worksheet. It made it look like there was only one video. Okay, so it does look like there's more to Romans. I was worried for a second it was just like one video, but it does look like there's more. So I think I'm just gonna go in order. So when I start back up with Bible studies, I'm just gonna start with Romans next, and then I'll do Galatians, then I'll do Ephesians, and then maybe later on she'll have another Bible study that I can buy. But I do enjoy listening. I mean, obviously she's got hundreds of thousands of followers for a reason, because she is a really amazing Bible teacher. She's really good at it. So I have really enjoyed her Bible studies. So like I said, I'm probably gonna do Romans next, then Galatians, then Ephesians. I'm gonna take like a small break, and like I said, do a Ruth study next, I think. All right, so now let's do a quick look at my Psalm study. So I will say I lost a little bit of momentum in my Psalm study. So as you know, I'm doing this is from Coffee and Bible Time, their Psalms devotional. And like I said, it really is more of like, here's this 30-week Bible study, but they call it a Psalms devotional. And I really feel like it is more of a guide. Like, I don't know if I would call it a devotional or a Bible study. Like, I think I've explained this to you guys before, and I feel like once I do a few different Bible studies from different people, I think I'm going to try and do like a video letting you know my thoughts on different companies and different, let me make sure over here in frame, because I zoomed in for the Bible one. Whew, my husband just sneezed. I think I will do a video for you guys later on about different Bible studies and my thoughts on them. So my thoughts on, I'm on week 5, and I've been doing this since, when did I start doing this? Did I write a date of when I started it? I started it in February. If I started it February 2nd, and I'm only on week 5. So I really should be on like, so if I started at the beginning of February, that's February, March, April, May, June. That's 5 months. I should be on like what, week like 20? Like I should be like way back here. Week 12. Yeah, like if I should be like almost done with it if I was being consistent, or at least halfway through it. But I kind of have lost momentum on my Psalm study. But yeah, so I'm still on week 5, and I feel like I almost took like the entire month of May off of my Psalm study, and I've only been doing maybe like one Psalm a week in June. So I mean, just being real with you guys, like this is real life. But yeah, so I'm only on week 5 right now. But what I was saying about the study specifically is that I don't really feel like this is a devotional or a Bible study. I feel like a devotional is where it's kind of like, where is my coloring book? I have been using this coloring book that a friend gave me, and this is a devotional coloring book. And I feel like this is what a devotional is. A devotional is where they give you a verse, and then they write reflective essay, essentially. That's what a devotional is. It's like this little short essay reflection on that verse for you. So it's like doing all the work for you, essentially. Like you have this verse that you're reflecting on, and then it's giving you some insight on that verse. And this is a coloring book. So in addition to giving you a paragraph to read about that verse, it's also giving you a coloring page to do. This is a page that's not colored yet. I actually did, I think on my Instagram, I showed all the coloring pages I've done so far. So I'll give you guys like a little, this is also part of my Bible study. Devotionals are great. And I feel like they're, especially if they're done well. So this is one of the pages I colored. So far I've been enjoying the reflections in this book. It's another one I colored. All right, let's see if I can find the others. All right, here's another one that I did. I've been mostly using flare pens and my Crayola twistable crayons to do this coloring. There's another coloring page that I did. Let's see. I feel like there's more. Did I skip any in here? Here's one. But I feel like this is what a devotional is. A devotional has like usually a title giving you like what the topic is on. It gives you a verse. In this case, it's 2 Corinthians 4, 8-9. And then it gives you like a reflective essay on like a little short paragraph or two on that particular verse. So it's doing the reflection for you. And I feel like that's what devotional is. Devotionals are great. And I feel like they're great as a supplement. This I think you can get on Amazon, so I'll link it below. But this was a gift. My cousin gave it to me for my birthday because she knows that I love Bible art journaling. So she knows I love to color. So she gave me this coloring book. And I've actually really been enjoying it. So that's what devotional is. I will say that I feel like devotionals, you shouldn't only do devotionals because you're really only getting a reflection from somebody else. You're not having to really get into it and dig into the verse and come up with your own thoughts and feelings about it. Devotionals are wonderful, but I feel like you shouldn't only do devotionals. I feel like your Bible study will be very, shallow is the wrong word, because I feel like shallow implies that you're not really doing anything or thinking about it. But you're definitely not getting as much depth or meat out of it yourself. So I really feel like you need to do more than a devotional is what I'm trying to say. So even though this is called a Psalms devotional, I don't feel like it's a devotional. I mean, they do give you like some information, like it does give you a title for that set of verses. It does give you keywords and phrases. It gives you a key verse. But I don't really feel like you're getting like an actual like devotional, like reflective essay from them on any of the Psalms or any of the verses. And I also don't feel like it's really a Bible study. Like a Bible study for me is where someone is really digging in with you, giving you insight, giving you commentary, you giving you information about what you're reading, giving you context, giving you all of those things. I feel like that's what a Bible study is. So what I feel like this is, which I still like it, so I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I feel like it's more of a guide through Psalms because they give you prompts. So like day 1, it tells you to read 20 and 21, and then they give you a highlight guide to use while you're reading here. And then it gives you like journaling prompts. So it prompts you what to do, but there's really a lot more they do. Like I feel like the first 2 days of that particular week, there's a lot more. And then later on, like once you get through the first 3 days, it's pretty much the same thing on days yeah, I feel like the first 3 days, yeah, it could be even called it guided study. So the first 3 days are guided study where it's giving you more prompts. And then 4 through 7 is self-study. But it does give you like additional resources. What's funny is that a lot of times it's taking you to the Enduring Word commentary, and I use the Enduring. Of course, none of these actually take you to the Enduring Word commentary. But sometimes it'll take you to different commentaries or have you listen to like a sermon. Like here, it was taking you to the Enduring Word commentary, which I use online. Sometimes it's taking you to listen to like a sermon, like right here I want you to listen to John Piper's sermon from the porch. So they do give you additional resources, but I feel like this is more of a guide. Like I said, I'm only on week 5 of the 30-week Bible study, so I am a little behind. So here's my spiral Bible. And you guys have seen lots of flips and insights I've done where I'm going over my notes. So we'll just do like a quick little flip. So I think I'm on Psalm 21 right now. Because like I said, I feel like I took like the whole month of May off, and then I've just been kind of slow going getting through Psalms in June. So I'm hoping to pick this back up pretty soon. So yeah, I just finished Psalm 21. So once I get through Psalm 25, we will do a flip. But like Psalm 22 is probably gonna take me 2 or 3 days, because look how long Psalm 22 is. So I'm doing well. But I did lose a little bit of momentum. I feel like I was like on it, like doing a psalm a day. Like I was in there, I was digging in, I was doing great. So I've lost a little bit of momentum on my psalm study. But I will be picking this back up hopefully very soon, probably mid-July is when I'm going to pick back up with my psalm study. I'm probably going to be like really focusing on my psalm study probably in August. I'm going to be pre-filming for you guys because August is the first month of work for me, and it's always complete chaos. Both as far as work goes, as well as mentally and physically. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot of batch content that I filmed during the summer. So you're probably going to get like an update on my Psalm study probably in September would be my guess. But that's how I'm doing on Psalms. Like I said, I was doing really, really well February, March, and April. And then I kind of like fell off a little bit in May and June, but like I said, I'm hoping to build some momentum back with it soon. But yeah, so those are the 3 things that I'm primarily doing. I'm doing my Psalm study, you guys know. I'm doing some sort of study right now in usually some other book. I say the New Testament because that's what the Faith Womack studies are. Like I said, I think I'm going to take a break and do Ruth, and Ruth is pretty short. Ruth is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's literally 4 chapters. So I'm expecting the Ruth one to be pretty short. Like I'm literally hoping to get through Ruth on like while I'm out of town, the first half of July. Like that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So definitely go check out that study while traveling video. And then probably when I get home, I'm going to dive back into probably Romans is what I'll start with next. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below how you're doing with your Bible study. Are you feeling any overwhelm with it? Are you like on like a good, you feeling the momentum with it? And yeah, so those are the 3 things. I've got my prayer journal, and then my 2 studies, Psalms, and then 1 other book of the Bible. And like I said, I'm doing some of my coloring devotional book as well. But yeah, so that's where we're at with my Bible studies at this particular moment. Like I said, let me know how you guys are doing with your studies, what you're studying currently, if you feel like it's working, it's not working, if you are needing something else. And let me know if you'd be interested at a later date of me doing kind of like a video on different Bible studies, which ones I've liked, which ones I haven't liked, or like the pros and cons of different ones, and what I would recommend, depending on, I feel like I would basically be doing a video like if you need this, do this Bible study. If you need that, do this Bible study, if that makes any sense. Or if your brain works this particular way. Like Faith, I love her videos because I think she said before that she has ADHD too. And so it's just like, I feel like our brains work in a similar way. So it's easy for me to follow her. And when she literally goes squirrel and like gets distracted by something, like I get her, like I feel her, like I feel like that might drive other people insane, but I feel like we're kindred in some way, and I totally get her. So that's why her studies work for me. So let me know if you'd be interested in like an overview of different studies I've done and which ones I like and don't like and that sort of thing at a later date. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this particular video, if you liked seeing my check-in on my Bible studies currently, then definitely hit that like button. And if you would like to follow along with me on my spiritual journey to discover who God is, we do a lot of Bible study content here, so if you love that, we do some like extra little bonus videos here and there. So if any of that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to follow along with me, then please hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, just let me know how you guys are doing, and let me know how I can pray for you. Don't forget, God has not forgotten you, and we are in this together. And I've got your back, so definitely let me know how I can pray for you. Okay, guys, I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.